So yo guys, what's up? I like to play around a little bit with altered tunings. It's something that I've done off and on for years to kind of get out of a rut with my guitar playing, which happens to all of us occasionally. Um, in Get that light off back there. In my case, let's get that down too. In my case, I've typically used open tunings, either to just kind of do delta stuff or to just play around with the strings and in the notes in different places. So I get out of the habits of just going to familiar shapes. In recent years, I've tried some other tunings like the DAD, GAD tuning. And there's some kind of a C, like a C11th tuning or something that I played with too a few years ago. That's I think it's CGC, GBC or something like that. So it's like a C major 11th or something like that. I think this one that I have it tuned to today, I looked at a video on TrueFire today on altered tunings, and I didn't really do the video stuff, learning the chord shapes. I really just wanted to see some different tunings that I haven't seen before. And this one I think is called E major 9th. So it's like you got your low E, instead of an A, you've got a G sharp. Instead of a D, you've got like a D sharp, so that's raised a half step. The G goes down to F sharp. The B stays the same. Then the high string goes to E flat or D sharp. So you get this E major 9th when the strings are all kind of played open. And it's a weird tuning. I literally just learned it a few minutes ago, and I'm still kind of figuring my way around it. For some reason, I always want to go back. I always want to resolve back to this B on the low E string. I don't know why that is. I have to look at the enharmonic names of E major 9th to see what that transcribes to in the key of B. But at least on my initial playing, that seems to be where my fingers are going naturally. So it's really fun to do this. If you're a guitar player that's always kind of learned proper chords, and learned to play in standard tuning. It's even if you just tune the whole guitar down a half step or a whole step, it can change the whole way that it sounds, the whole vibe of the instrument. And of course, you can always use a capo too. But when you tune it to like a chord like this, and it's something really weird, like I can't remember the last time I even used a major 9th chord, but I've already got the makings of like a possible piece there. And so you don't have to really know what you're playing per se to make music with it, I guess is the point. And I've always kind of, as a guy who's always kind of tried to learn the notes and at least somewhat learn the fretboard and at least some of the chord shapes, a weakness for me has always been my fretboard knowledge. I haven't known shapes all the way up the neck. So there's probably a lot of situations where I would be better served by knowing more voicings. So that's something I'm continuing to work on. But I've always also kind of the inverse of that. I've always kind of admired those people that can just pick up a guitar and they start playing stuff, and it's like, hey, what chord is that? I don't know. I just put my fingers here, kind of thing, you know. And they just make music. They're not overthinking about it at all. They're just kind of finding their way around. They learn some shapes in whatever tuning they're in, and they just kind of go with it. And so, you know, that kind of goes along with the spontaneous improvisation stuff that I do, which I'm going to do a video about soon, I guess, just to help you guys understand what I do. But it's really interesting because I've actually jammed with people like that before. In fact, the guy that I bought the Diego caster from, Diego, we sat in Sam Ash when I was checking the guitar out, and he had another guitar he picked up, and he just started playing something. And I asked him, I was like, what is that? He's like, I don't know, I'm just playing some shapes or whatever. And so I just listened, and we jammed together, and it was really cool. Number one, that he had no idea what he was doing, and number two, that I had no idea what he was doing, and yet we could make music together. And so I don't want to become the grunge movement of serious guitar, and try and encourage people to not learn the instrument, or to not learn chord voicings, not learn their way around the fretboard, not learn theory. All those things are so important, and they're so useful, and they will make you a better player. But at the same time, I think there is something to be said for unplugging the brain sometimes and just making music. Because I know, particularly when I try to write songs, I just hit a brick wall. And because I'm thinking about what's familiar, and I'm thinking, well, it should be a minor chord here, or it should be the minor third, or the perfect fourth, or whatever here. And sometimes you just need to kind of try stuff. I remember Rodney Mullen talking about inventing skateboard tricks. He's probably the most important guy in skateboarding, and he said he didn't like to skate in front of people when he was practicing because it made him too self-conscious. Even if he was landing stuff, it was very easy to shift from creating to performing. And he said to really create effectively, you have to be willing to throw your board around and fall a lot. And that's kind of the same thing with at least the initial forays into spontaneous improvisation and altered tunings. You have to be able to just try stuff and be like, oh, that sounds bad. What note can I move so that sounds better? Or can I use that bad note? I use bad notes all the time. If you guys have been following my music for any length of time, you know that. But can I use that bad note and then resolve it some way? Use that to create a lot of tension or contrast, and then resolve that somehow. But yeah, this is just me kind of screwing around with this new tuning that I might play with for a couple of days just to see what comes out. But I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. I did push a bunch of content out recently. I probably buried you guys. I'm sorry about that. I really needed to. I was in a motivated place, which I'm not always in, and I needed to kind of get the channel caught up because I'm creating stuff now in real time, and I want to kind of get it out there and get you guys responding to it if possible. and not have to wait months to see what somebody thinks of this piece that I recorded yesterday, kind of thing. So, but yeah, more music is being created. I'm going to do a video on spontaneous improvisation. I'm going to do a video on, probably do a video eventually on thematic development. Maybe next time I have like a motif or a theme I want to develop, instead of just, you know, sitting down and plugging in and doing a spontaneous improv, I may sit down and talk you through it in real time, and kind of break it up a little bit. Part of why I got on YouTube years ago, I've never ever felt good enough to be on here, and it's crazy because I've had some people that I really admire and respect on YouTube really give me some high praise for some of my work, which is cool. But I've never, the imposter syndrome has been massive doing this. I don't feel like I'm good enough to be a performer on YouTube. My timing isn't perfect. I hit wrong notes. I have bad technique. I don't have good practice habits, and I'm not even consistent with my own music making. Sometimes I'll go weeks or months not even touching a guitar. I'll be focused on evangelism or skateboarding or work or something, or I'll just be burned out. But I think part of the reason I did it anyway is because not as many people I feel like today are motivated to become musicians because they're so much in that headspace I just described. And I wanted to show people that, hey, you don't have to know every chord on the guitar or every shape or even know what you're doing. You don't have to be good to create great music. You know, there's been lots of like lo-fi type stuff that's become huge. You know, I was just watching a video about Beck today about his song Loser. You know, that was super lo-fi, low budge, and you know, but it's good music. It was really innovative for the time, really groundbreaking. And so if music is going to continue as an art form, and if people are going to continue to innovate and develop and reinterpret past genres or styles into something new, people are going to have to be willing to put themselves out there and be creative without worrying about if they're good enough. So I hope that somehow this video has given you a glimpse to, you know, what it's like for me to be in discovery mode, I guess, with a new tuning. And hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys some new music soon in this tuning and some other ones. And eventually maybe get really creative. I'd love to get into some like Adrian Legg type stuff with a dynamic retuning in the middle of a piece kind of thing. I'm nowhere near ready for that, but I love that stuff. I think it's super cool. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Smash the like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Hit the bell icon. You don't have to watch every one of my videos that comes out, but at least if you hit the bell, you'll get them recommended every time. YouTube's algorithm won't try to hide me or screw me over because I'm not YouTube famous. And then, you know, if you have time, watch another one of my videos or go to one of my playlists and hit play all while you go to the grocery store or something. I mean, hopefully listen to the stuff, but even if you don't have time, it does help my channel to have people stream my stuff a little bit. So I hope you guys will look around in my music and check out some of the stuff that I've done. I think it does have some merit, even if it's not the most mind-blowing thing you've ever heard. So I'll catch you guys later. God bless.